Good morning. Today is Wednesday, April the 13th. You should have completely finished your history yesterday. So you need to go back and make sure all your Bible is done and all of your history, all of your projects, all of your lessons. Make sure nothing got sent back to you for you to complete. And now we just have science left in Ignitia. Y'all are doing a great job. Your super secret word for today is the word you. You. All right, so our lesson is called Sounds and Energy. Okay, so let's look at the things that we need to remember. What are the 4 things that a healthy body needs? Think about, what do you take in through your mouth? You take in breath, so you need oxygen, and you take in food and water. So we need air, food, and water. Then, of course, our bodies need exercise and rest. Do you remember this? I'm sure you do. Leaves, stems, roots, and stems are usually above ground. Okay, you need to know what a plant needs. What does a plant need? A plant needs water and sunlight, needs minerals, carbon dioxide, and the right temperature. Now make sure, if you didn't get to say that to me yesterday, that you quote this to me today. Okay, I want you to be able to tell me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things a plant needs to grow. Then what part of the plant makes the food? It makes its food in the leaves. Okay, the larva is the worm stage of a what? A fly. Totally icky. Okay, what are invertebrates and vertebrates? Animals that have backbones, and of course people too, are called vertebrates, and animals that don't have a backbone are called invertebrates. Okay, how are we different than animals? People have a conscience. Okay, what are some things that break down rocks? Okay, pause the video and see how many you can think of. Come on, pause the video. Seriously, pause it. See how many you can think of. Okay, you should have thought of heat and pressure, water, hot and cold, the sun, plants, including the roots of plants, and ice and wind. Those are things that can break or erode or change rock. Okay, right in here, metamorphic rock, which means changed in form, is rock that's changed by heat and pressure of magma. Okay, do you remember this phrase? See if you remembered to quote it to me yesterday. It says, all matter has mass and takes up space. What are the 3 properties of matter? The 3, forms of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. All you have to do is think of water for that. Solid, liquid, and gas. Do you remember the difference between revolutions and rotations? Rotations are spinning, revolution is going around something. So day and night are caused by rotations, whereas winter and summer and the seasons are caused by revolutions. That's the noun of the verb revolves, revolution. All right, that brings us to today's lesson, sounds and energy. In this section, you'll review sound and energy. Everyone has their own favorite sounds. Many favorite sounds come from music. Maybe you like the sound of ocean waves or birds singing, or the sound of a rocket heading for space. In some ways, sound and energy go together. Before we can hear sound, energy must be produced. Okay, so here are some words that we had, that we learned in our last unit. Conduction, sending or passing through. Convection, movement of heat through a gas or a liquid. Radiation, we talked about this word a bunch. giving out rays of light or heat. Static, at rest, standing still. Vibrate, a rapid movement back and forth, vibrate. You have learned that when you hear sound, something moves. Sounds are vibrations. You have to know that phrase for your test. Sounds are vibrations, which is what you should have realized when you did your experiments also. These vibrations travel through the air and vibrate your eardrum. You need to know that eardrums pick up sound vibrations, which I'm sure you do know. Sound vibrations can even travel through solids and liquids. Sounds travel in waves from where it's made. Strong sound waves make loud sounds. Weak sound waves make soft sounds. Sound waves must come to your ear for you to hear. All sound that you hear goes through your eardrum. The eardrum vibrates and nerves carry the information to your brain. Your brain tells you what you heard. Many people do not enjoy sounds because their ears are damaged. Hearing aids help some people hear. A hearing aid makes the vibrations stronger so that the person can hear the sounds. Energy. Now, this is actually the lesson or the unit that we learned about last. One kind of energy is heat energy. 5 causes make heat energy. Please tell me you remember them. I know Noah helped me remember a lot when we were going over them in Zoom. Indians used to start fires by rubbing 2 sticks together. This way of making heat energy is called friction. Below is a demonstration of how heat can be generated by friction. Be very careful with matches and do not use them without adult supervision.
Friction creates heat, as can be seen by rubbing a match on a pair of blue jeans. Friction creates heat, as can be seen by rubbing a match on a pair of jeans. Something like that. Friction creates heat, as can be seen by rubbing a match on a pair of blue jeans. It can be. Never. I busted my match.
Well, that was interesting. I've never seen them show bloopers before. That's funny. Okay, so that won't always work. Okay, so friction is one cause of heat. Now we have fire. Fire itself is a form of heat. Fire is one of the things that can be helpful and harmful. Fire keeps us warm in the winter and helps many engines to work. When it is uncontrolled, fire can burn forests and buildings. Okay, so we've had friction and fire. Now, another source of heat energy is number 3, electricity. Lightning is the strongest kind of static electricity. We use electricity to run motors and to have light in our houses. Your body is also a source of heat energy. Did you catch number 4? So friction, fire, electricity, and your body. When you run, play, and work, your body causes heat. If your body makes heat too fast, it will perspire or you will sweat to cool itself. The sun, number 5, is a very important source of heat energy. Most of the heat on the earth comes from the sun. The energy from the sun is called radiant energy. When something is heated by, here are the 5 in case you forgot them in the last 10 seconds. Friction, fire, electricity, the sun, or your body. The molecules begin to vibrate. Molecules are the smallest parts of something. They cannot be seen. They are only visible under a microscope. All matter is made up of molecules. Heat energy, do you recognize it? Heat energy is the energy of vibrating molecules. You have to know that again for this test, like you did for your last test. Air and steam are both gases. They are made of molecules. As heat energy is added to a gas, the molecules move further apart. They also move faster, making the gas expand, get lighter, and rise. These things happen because of the heat energy. Liquids can also be changed by heat energy. Water will turn to steam if enough heat energy is added. When you boil water, these things happen. Solids can also be changed. Ice cubes will melt if heat energy is added. So substances can be changed from, here are the forms, solid to liquid to gas, just by adding heat energy. You learned in Science Unit 309 that heat energy moves in 3 ways. Heat energy moves by conduction, convection, and radiation. Now you will learn more about radiation. Okay, right here, what are the 5 causes of heat energy? Gas? No. Air? No. Water? No. Friction? Yes. Okay, now they're not hard. All you have to do is go look them up. They're right here. Friction was 1, fire, electricity, the sun, and your body. Memorize them, please. Do your best on your test.